Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Thursday morning, and ain't God good? And won't He do it? Oh, yes, He will. Oh, yes, He will. I know my listener probably saying, Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Hey, good morning, Shay.
Hi guys.
I wonder where we found you at.
Oh.
Look, Shay, I got a good topic for you, Shay. Let's see. The inner me is not my enemy.
Ooh, intriguing.
Think about that topic like that, Shay.
Well, I think it's.
But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with the white beard smiling and profiling and finally realize, y'all trying to size me up. Shay, the inner me is not my enemy. What comes to your mind when you bring that up?
Well, I was kind of researching because this topic kind of intrigued me. So it's like it was saying something about the inner me is like your internal self, like inherently is good, but there are things inside or outside like fear, anxiety, self doubt that kind of keeps you from being who you really are, your true self. It's kind of deep.
You know, I guess it go back to what I always tell the children and all people. Only person to stop you is you.
True.
Nobody can stop you but you. If people get inside your head, they enter into that space that they don't belong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and also the inner me. Let's go back to your realm, Shay, about health.
Mm-hmm.
You mean take care of your body, right?
Yes.
So can that cause some effect to the way you think, the way you process certain things?
So, actually, think of the mental. What I have learned in my last 2 years, your mental health is really important. You know, went through a whole lot. 2024, 2025 was awful, and I never experienced anything mentally wrong with me before. I've had anxiety before, but when your mental is gone, it literally affects your whole body. Even like it affects your heart because when you're mentally disturbed and you get stressed out about things, your body produces stress hormones, and those hormones can stress your heart out so bad that it can really cause permanent damage. And I've seen that in patients before. It's pretty bad.
So the inner, from a medical standpoint, the inner can be detrimental.
Yes, very much so. It's a lot of times it affect if your inner. It's to me if your inner isn't right, your outer's not gonna be right either.
But you know, Shay, when I thought about that topic today, I was talking to a gentleman at work, and he was talking about he got to get his be more patient. He said his patience is very short. He said people come to me with stupid stuff. Lee, I want to snap. I said, man, that all that causes growth. So we sitting there talking. I said, you know what? I said the enemy is not my enemy. That made me think about, like I said, about egos. You those negative thoughts that come into your head. People plant seeds. People plant them negative thoughts in your head if you allow them to be there. Because that's why I tell the girls all the time. You know, people that are close to you, those are the only ones that can bring harm to you because they can tell you certain things. You know, they wouldn't do me that way. They wouldn't do me like that.
Mm-hmm.
And shoot, next thing you know, man, he said, man, how in the world did I get here? How did I get here?
Right.
But you know how you got there by trusting somebody who didn't have your best interest at heart. You know, because I go back to my me growing up, right? I had a person in my life that I trusted and gave me bad advice. And the sad thing about I've heard over here talk about God's discernment, right? God said to me, said, Andrew, he said Lee, he said, Andrew. He called my family name, Andrew.
Uh-oh.
And he said, somebody said, this ain't right. But I said, no, he wouldn't do me that way. Well, I went all the way through it, Shay. Yeah. I was so pissed off at that person, Shay. But like I said, me and my partner, Kenny Reed, before he passed away, right, we used to talk, right? And I came to a conclusion. It was still my fault.
Mm-hmm.
When people give you advice, you should have a choice.
Right.
When that mom tell you don't go that way and you went that way, that was your fault. Even though he gave you bad advice intentionally, it's still your fault. Cause God gave you signs not to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
They went to shoot. Next thing you know, you're in a hole. Can't get out the hole. Matter of fact, you can't see out the hole. That's how deep you are in the hole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing: it's going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. Now Shay, do you have any situations about that? About the inner you?
My inner me. So I learned what your coworker said about patience. I'm gonna piggyback off of that. So I've been going to therapy. It's really been healthy. And I was telling
Time out. You are African American, right?
I am.
They do therapy now?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's important because don't get me wrong. I am not. This is a disclaimer. I am not saying that God can't heal. He can heal anything, but He does put people in your life for a reason. Just like when your health is going bad, if you have chest pain, yeah, you can ask God to heal, but you can also go to a heart doctor and find out why you have chest pain.
Yeah.
So it's like therapy is something that shouldn't be frowned on. I'm not going to do a soapbox about it, but I've been going to therapy. When you talk about patience, my patience sure just like your coworkers, your friends. So I had to we were talking about just relationships. So my patience was so short that I had to wait when it comes to relationships because she was telling me like, when I was in school, I didn't have time to focus on a relationship. My mama passed, my mental wasn't right. So I didn't have time to focus on a relationship. And she was just telling me it takes time. If you want a relationship, it takes time because you have to be the person that you want to attract. I learned that from a blogger a Christian blogger. Be the person that you want to attract. If you want a person to have patience that you're with, you have to have patience too. And it's like getting all of that together, like paying off a lot of debts that I still got debts, but I don't have nearly as many as I used to have. And I said, I told God, I said, God, I didn't want to go into a relationship with debt. And that entered me because I always feel like I was just behind. And I still feel like that in my age. I still feel like I'm behind. I just give, the self-doubt that I'm never going to get out of this. Or I feel bad about myself. Well, I see people in this situation. I want to be in this situation. So what's wrong with me? That's the inner me saying, the demons that I've been fighting. Like, well, you must not be a good person because this haven't happened to you. But that's not necessarily the case. I'm learning that everybody's journey is different.
Yep.
And God has you on a path for something. You may not know what it is, but eventually I think He's gonna reveal that to you.
Yes, He will, and I do believe that. I believe that with all totality, But that's the thing, though. Shay, everybody has their own journey. People want to like you. Sometimes we think a certain way. If you listen to the show the other day about could you date somebody that had no potential, and when I broke certain things down, it's like sometimes we all don't have no potential. You know what I'm saying? But I said, but we find that right person, you have the potential to grow and be better. You know what I'm saying? That's
okay, because I was wondering where you was going with that. I was kind of wondering because like sometimes I agree with you. Sometimes it takes the right person to bring out things that you never knew you had inside of you.
What these young folks say less.
Yeah, but yeah, because sometimes it may have always been in you, but it's just like a little plant. The little plant is really sad because nobody waters it. But when it finally gets to somebody with a green thumb, the little plant can actually flourish. And that's like people. You always had that potential, but nobody's ever there to water it.
A green thumb and what else? The L word, love. Love. Then that what your auntie did for me, Phyllis. Like I said,
oh, tell me, I'm interested. Yeah.
Yeah, that what she did for me. Like everything you just said, that what she did. She saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. People bring change to your life, and sometimes you're not ready for that change. But once you get that change, man, it's like that new beginning. It's a refreshment. It's a restart. It's a everything to make your life better. But a lot of times, like I said, it's something. It's just like I guess I sit on the morning bench. When it hits you, it hits you. Mm-hmm. You just shout, shout, tell the whole world about everything that happens you found. Then people want to have what you got. That's the way it is, though. But the inner me, I talk about it all the time, the inner me. And I've always said though, if you control your thoughts, everything else has the potential to fall into place. Because your thoughts is, I think, to me, is like 99% of what you're gonna do or what you're trying to become. Because you gotta dream it, then what's say, you make everything come into fruition, right?
Right.
But like I said though, Shayla, the inner is very important. What you take in, it's not only just food. I mean, your knowledge, certain things can make you think a certain way, and it be completely wrong. That's why when you read the Bible, you gotta read for yourself. Because if you're not, you're gonna be on Jim Jones' out. You understand what I'm saying? Because they can take away certain things, add certain things. Man, that's the truth right there. That's the truth, and that's why I say the inner is not my enemy, but the enemy can be your enemy if you're not careful. So Shay, give the people something to probably carry them the rest of the week. I know we got 2 more days left, or one more day. Tomorrow, after tomorrow is Friday, right?
Right. Snow day, yay!
Okay.
But I think don't let what you feel on it, especially if it's negative. Don't let the negative thoughts overcome you. Try to find some. And my dad always said, even though you're going through a hard time, try to find something positive within that hard time. And I know it's hard. It is hard. It's hard for anybody. When you go through a hard time, you could say, oh, well, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. But then you say, okay, well, I lost my job or something like that. But I have family around me that loves me, that are pushing for me, that are rooting for me, and that are encouraging me. Being sad is going to be normal, but at least you don't have anybody cussing you out. Because you got some men got women out there who talk to them like a dog because of a job loss, which is beyond your control.
I understand.
And it makes us women look bad, because I want something like that. But at least you have somebody around you that's encouraging. A lot of times that gives you the oomph to be like, okay, you know what? I can do this. So if it's negative inside you, try to find people, go to therapy. Sometimes, most importantly, go to God and figure out, Lord, help me with these negative thoughts. Help me relieve these negative thoughts. And if I can't, you can take it out of me, and you can also show me people that can help me as well.
Yeah, I've always said though, no matter what's going on, when you're in a perfect storm, try to find a silver lining. Even in a storm, there's some light somewhere. You just gotta look for it and just hope you just pulls you out of it. Because like I said, young Phyllis, when I lost my JOB, she said, get over the sting. Come on home. We good. We all right. And that's what you need. See, like instead of beating somebody down, you encouraging them, especially when things are no fault of your own.
Right.
And that's the thing. The inner, what you allow the inner inside your body will come out. At the job, I tell people all the time, your words have power.
Right.
Your words have power. People talking things that you shouldn't be listening to, or all negativity. Find a way to block it out. You have a good day. You know what I'm saying? And walk away. And then you gotta be rude. Where you going, Lee? I'm away from you. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said, those things take a toll on your body, your mind, and your spirit. Things people say can dampen your spirit. So don't let them get inside the inner part of you to make that probably your doggone enemy.
Right.
So like I said, I always say, what people say, the inner me is not my enemy. It's my friend. Let Jesus enter into your life.
Right.
And see the change that you're going to have. It's oh man. Oh, what a joy.
Yes.
Oh, what a joy. So Shay.
Yes.
I am glad you came on the show today, Shay. It makes me happy to know that you are going to therapy. And your therapist is your license, right?
She is.
You sure?
It's online. I think I saw her credentials in her office.
She don't have my license number, do you? But it's good to do that though. Like I'm glad you're doing that thing, because a lot of people, because mental health it is real. It is real. So you got anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yes.
You double sure?
I'm double sure. Sure.
All right. Well, with that being said, then Lee Craft, this is my podcast. What if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. together. We got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation,
You got to have real.
if you want to have a real conversation, have a blessed day and please find time and make time to tell God thank you. Thank you, Shay.